and admitting to others. It's something we deal with only, something we deal with only then can we get the support we need without self-medicating. Don't be afraid of it. Face it. It's part of the human condition. We will all experience it at some point in our lives. You are not alone.
Yeah.
And we've kind of gone over that. But it's really important that we start having these conversations and reach out to this is the thing, is that when you're depressed or anxious, you probably have what's considered a safe person or a safe place.
Yeah.
So if you need help, that safe person is obviously your safe person for a reason. We know now after going through this program, the only safe person is right here.
Right.
They don't exist. But if you're having a tough time talking to anyone at all, go to the person that you do feel the safest.
Or that you trust them most.
That you trust them most.
Yeah.
And have these conversations. And just open the dialogue, and at least you'll feel better just by talking about it.
Yeah.
And getting it out.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a war, keeping that stuff down.
Yeah.
Right? And
is.
you get that out, it's a freedom. It's like liberation,
Right. If you are currently on antidepressants or any anxiety meds, by learning these skills, there's a good chance that you can cut down and potentially eliminate medication altogether. If you're considering taking them, research the medication, the side effects, and difficulties people have when trying to get off the medication. Know what you're putting in your body. If your doctor isn't being helpful, switch. They work for you. Sometimes it takes medication to get out of that black hole before you can even think about doing some of this material, as we've discussed. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is hold out your hand and ask for help, as we're kind of saying with the safe person.
I think that's like the strongest thing that I've ever done is be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like oxymoron, but the strongest thing I ever did was say, I need help.
Yeah.
And someone was there for me. So I feel like that's almost a responsibility of mine now, because someone gave me recovery for free. I didn't have to pay any dues.
Right.
I didn't have to pay anything to get this recovery.
Yeah.
And so I feel like if what was ever freely given to me, I have to give away.
Yeah.
That's how I keep it.
Yeah.
That's another kind of oxymoron, but that's how I keep my recovery, is to give the tools of recovery that I found, give them away to people. Say, like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
This is a way that's worked for, me and a few other people, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And maybe it won't work, but I guess the cool thing about being in recovery and doing the things that we do is we got a ton of tools.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if one doesn't work, we can go to another one.
Right.
We can go to another one if that doesn't work.
Sure.
We can go to another one. And that's all it is. If you gotta fill your toolbox.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it is.
Yeah, and hopefully you're starting to get some of those.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is ask for help. The important thing for you to get from this session is to understand that you have options.
Yeah.
And I like that line, because really it's not just about going to the liquor store. It's not just about going and picking up an
8-ball or whatever.
Sure, an 8-ball, whatever. It can be going to your doctor and having these discussions. Yeah. It can be picking up this program from the Midwest Center. Yeah. So there's lots of options out there, and there's lots of resources available. It's just about kind of getting those feelers out there, and hopefully this is a start. Remember, diet and exercise play a major role. We were just discussing this too.
Huge.
Those are always two great spots to change before anything else. It's amazing how much just changing your diet from that shitty food to the healthy food and getting a little bit of exercise. As we talked about in the very beginning here, cut out sugar if you can, cut back on caffeine. This is stuff that's going to help you to potentially eliminate your panic attacks. Yeah. And when you start to feel those feelings of anxiety coming, get out and go for a walk like Paulie does. Yeah. Get to the gym, clean the house. Just lots of different things you can do, but burn off that energy.
Burn it off, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. It's negative energy that's surrounding you, and you have to burn it off, right? Sure. You have to figure a way to get that. I'm a big energy guy, so I think you have to find a way to cleanse that energy, right? And bring in new energy and, healing energy if that's what you need, right?
Sure.
Keeping busy.
Keeping busy, indeed. And think that this day and age, you have to always remember, we're not built to just sit in offices all day and go from box. As Tony Robbins says, we live in box lives, right? Like you leave your house at the box, you get on the bus box, you go to work, which you're in another box. You come home, you watch the box, right? Or you're on your box. So we live in a life of box, 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 box. We were designed to be outdoors and constantly using our bodies to survive.
Yeah.
But we needed to burn this exercise. We needed that fight or flight response. And now not so much.
Yeah, no,
right? So it's important to just remember where we come from and, okay, what am I feeling? Well, my body's meant to be moving, so maybe I should start with that.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people that have dealt with anxiety and depression get a lot of relief from nature.
Nature's huge.
Nature's huge for that stuff, right?
And they also say that there's something to be said for going under sort of the canopies of trees. Mm-hmm. A lot of the undersides of leaves, actually, if you look at them, look a lot like the neurons in your brain.
Right.
So it's kind of like you're I don't know what it is, but a lot of people have connected the two of those, mm-hmm. and there's something to it.
Do you think that it maybe like a increase in oxygen? Like, I don't know how that would work, but I know that nature for me is key. Like, it's key.
I know that there is negative ions more so by water, right? So like if you're by a beach, that's what these little salt lamps are for. Yeah. So they produce negative ions, and unfortunately, these guys, the electronics, even these iPads we're using, produce what are called positive ions. Positive ions are emitted by electronics, and they can make you feel shitty and depressed.
Right.
Whereas like when you have an abundance of negative ions, when you're by a beach and you're by water, or by a waterfall, you just naturally start to feel good, almost like a little bit of a high. Yeah. It's because of the negative ions. So there is definitely something to be said for getting outside for me, it's by water. Yeah. Always has been. Yeah. Because watching a stream is magical to me.
Yeah, you betcha.
And going for a walk in nature too, man. I mean, because that's usually by a stream of some sort for the most part. Yeah. So,
unless you're downtown London by that stream.
Oh, you still got some good... Yeah. It might not be as full of as many negative ions, but it's still decent. So your attitude, the messages you give yourself, your expectations being out of line, learning how to control your anger and your mood swings, which we're still working on, learning how to be assertive. These things are all so important in helping you to control your anxiety and depression. If you need medication on top of these skills, don't beat yourself up for it. Do what's best for you. Just know that many people that go through this program that we're taking right now are able to cut down or get off their medication completely. If you're drinking to cope with anxiety or depression, that's something you really need to come to terms with. It's something you need to talk to someone about, whether that's your doctor, a loved one, a therapist, whatever. Yeah. Talk to someone. Talk to us. Yeah. Like, we can help guide you.
Reach out on the Facebook pages or personally if you have us, for sure.
Yeah. There are so many resources available to help you. You have choices, and we are here to help.
I liked it. I liked this week for sure.
It's a good one because I think it's very relatable for us. I think that both of us have self-medicated time and time again. And it even makes me feel kind of gross to think about all the shit I put in my body back then. And it's nice to just be able to openly have this discussion and be on the other side of it. Yeah. And I guess we all went through it for a reason. I mean, we're here talking about it. But at the end of the day, alcohol... Let me tell you this about alcohol. Anytime I've ever had a drink, it never made anything better in my life. Zero. Yeah. Zero. Alcohol did not contribute to anything that ever amounted to anything monumental or really worthwhile in my life at all. Neither did any kind of drug. Right. So that being said, it took me a long time to learn that. Yeah. And I feel sorry for people that continually repeat this fucking bullshit cycle. But if that's any advice I can give to people, is that any kind of self-medicating I did might have been a temporary fix, but anything after that made my life more difficult. Yeah,
I think I didn't get in trouble every time I drank. Right. But every time I was in trouble, I was drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure. Yeah, that's
just the way it went. I didn't get in shit every time, but every time I was in shit, I seemed to be hammered.
Yeah, for sure. Or high or whatever.
So you had to, I had to figure that out. That I don't want to be in trouble. I shouldn't drink. I didn't really put the correlation together for the first 7 years, but
yeah, me too. But I was probably longer than that. But anyway.
I think that was a good week, man.
Yeah, man. Good job, buddy. Thanks. So I guess Scotty, we missed you, buddy, but hopefully you're okay.
Hopefully you're all right.
He was on his way. He had some kind of car issue. So hopefully that's resolved, bud, and we'll see you next week. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to the Sex and Suicide Podcast, Soulfire Sunday with myself, Paulie. Again, we will attach the link to Paulie's page at the bottom of this video. We'll attach the link to Scott's page. We'll attach their phone numbers. Yeah. We will attach the link to the program for the Midwest Center, and we'll turn around the iPad if anybody's with us and has any questions. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see you next week, guys. Goodbye for now.